Sup friends, hello, greetings, I have swag. This is Sharon of your local Cinefile.
What's going on, guys?
Time to plug his channel.
Good to
where
be
can
here.
people find you?
You can find me in the link below. It'll be your local Cinefile if Jacob's nice enough to put it there. Go check out my videos. They're not as good as Jacob's, as he's put up a video before saying they were. But you can forget about that if you want to, and let's get into this video.
Yeah, if you're into my movie review shit, then check his channel out. He does a lot of movie reviews. I filmed a bunch of shit while we're in Melbourne. I just couldn't be bothered editing it. I will edit it. I've got that coming. I've got like 8 more movie reviews coming of shit that I saw there, so I'll probably mash them together in one video. But anyway, we thought we would talk about Matthew McConaughey because he's been doing a lot lately. We both just saw Interstellar in the past couple of days. And he's really turned his career around, like, since The Lincoln Lawyer.
The McConaissance is probably one of the best renaissances for an actor of all time.
Okay, now we're talking about his best performances. Now, despite the fact that he only really turned his shit around in 2011, 2012 with Lincoln Lawyer and Magic Mike and stuff, he's had good performances before then, in the past. And keep in mind, we haven't seen all of his movies, so if there's something we missed, we might not have seen it, so don't get angry at us too much. But
you can't get angry at us that much because we're going to assure you How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days is not going to be on this list.
Even though it is such a good movie. Not as good as Failure to Launch, but yeah. Anyway, we've got a few honourable mentions to talk about.
So first of all, do you want to say your one that I haven't seen yet?
Alright, Frailty. It's a movie, it's a pretty damn good movie up until the last 10 minutes. The ending of it is fucking stupid, but Matthew McConaughey has a great performance in it. He's pretty much the lead, but a lot of the movie is told in flashbacks, and it's just sort of a pretty interesting performances because his character isn't what you think he would be, and yeah, he kind of takes a dark turn. I'm not going to spoil the ending, even though it's dumb. Anyway, what else have we got?
Well, I've got a whole list here of honorable mentions, but I'm going to go through them really fast. The first 2 are the ones that we've both seen. Bernie. Bernie is an underrated Jack Black film by Richard Linklater, who done Boyhood and movies like that, like the Before trilogy, stuff like that.
He kind of has a small role, but he is good in it. He's the cop who's trying to hunt Bernie down.
And he is good as a cop. As you'll see in another movie, I'll get into that later. We also have one that we've both seen, Tropic Thunder. Him alongside Tom Cruise. Him and Tom Cruise's back and forth in Tropic Thunder is...
Tropic Thunder?
Gotta love that movie.
I got your TiVo!
I was your friend. I said I was gonna get you a TiVo, and I got you the TiVo. I've got 3 also here, my last 3 that Jacob hasn't seen yet. The quintessential Matthew McConaughey movie in my mind, The Lincoln Lawyer. He's really good on that. I would have put that in my list, but this is a combined list. We also have Killer Joe. He had excellent performance in Killer Joe. That's when he started to turn his career around. He was really dark and threatening in that, but he was also the comic relief for his own movie. So it was a really good performance. And the last one I have is Paperboy. It's a pretty unknown movie. It's got people like Zac Efron, and this is what made me like Zac Efron before all the stuff like
Bad
Neighbours happened, stuff like that. This is when he started turning to acting. It's because they couldn't get Tobey Maguire in to be in the Paperboy, so they got Zac Efron instead. But Matthew McConaughey plays his brother, and he's a homosexual, and he gets butt raped. So
he gets butt raped. Well, that's fun. Yeah. Anything but. Now let's get on to the list. Number 5 is the movie we just saw, Interstellar.
Great performance in this movie. I think he cried like 5 times in it. And he has a really ugly cry face, but I can probably forgive him for that.
Well, that's kind of the point, is trying to make it realistic, because most movies, everyone's like super attractive when they cry, but...
Yeah, and he was really good even in the serious moments, and even, I'm not going to... it's hard to explain what he does in this performance without spoiling anything, really, like moments.
We really liked Interstellar, more than most critics are giving it credit for, and
yeah,
a review of it will be coming, but so we're not going to go into too much detail about the movie itself, but he's the center of the movie. It's a great performance. He's a really smart guy, and you can buy him as a smart guy. Back in the day, you'd be like, Matthew McConaughey is a scientist or a pilot or whatever he is. Get
fucked. Yeah.
But no, he pulls off the emotional moments really well.
And he really connects with the audience. He makes you want him to survive. Like, I didn't want him to die.
That's really the point. You really have to like the main character in a movie like Interstellar.
Yeah.
Anyway, shall we
This
move on?
planet, not tales of leaving it.
You know, one of those useless machines they used to make was called an MRI. And if we had any of those left, the doctors would have been able to find the cyst in my wife's brain before she died instead of afterwards. And then she'd have been the one sitting there listening to this instead of me, which would have been a good thing because she was always the calmer one.
Number four. The Wolf of Wall Street. Now, Matthew McConaughey only has a 10 to 15 minute appearance in The Wolf of Wall Street, but his acting in it is so good. We've pinpointed that scene where there's the one main scene where he does the chest bumping, and he's sitting there talking, and he's like, it's a Fugazi, and Leonardo DiCaprio is trying to explain to him what a Fugazi is, and he just goes like, it's a Fugazi, it's a it doesn't exist.
Perfect acting.
Stuff like that. And that is, even though this Leonardo DiCaprio's movie, that is probably the best bit of acting in that whole movie. That bit is so
cocaine and hookers, my friend. You jack off.
You jerk off. I jerk off.
Everything that comes out of his character's mouth in that scene is just fucking golden. It's hilarious. It's blunt. It's kind of just it's kind of depressing how these
and you remember you get good enough at it, you'll be stroking it and you'll be thinking about money.
If you're Jimmy Buffett, nobody knows if the stock is gonna go up, down, sideways, or in fucking circles. Least of all stockbrokers. Right? It's all a Fugazi. You know what a Fugazi is?
No, Fugazi. It's fake.
Yeah, Fugazi. It's a wazi. It's a woozy. It's a fairy dust. It doesn't exist. It's never landed. It is no matter. It's not on the elemental chart. It's not fucking real.
Right.
Number 3. Another movie that came out very recently, Mud. Kind of, I'm not going to say underrated, but not that many people saw it. It's a very good movie. It's kind of has almost kind of a little bit reminiscent of Stand By Me, just in the fact that it's kids growing up and stuff, and it feels old school and stuff. But that's enough about the movie. I love the movie. Check it out if you haven't seen it. But McConaughey plays the titular character named Mud. He's a guy on the run from the law, and he's living on an island, and he befriends 2 kids who agree to help him get a boat. And it's just a really raw and emotional performance.
I'll tell you what, if Matthew McConaughey didn't get a nod if Dallas Buyers Club didn't come out that year, people would be considering Matthew McConaughey for a supporting actor role nod for Mud. Because he was just that good.
Lead actor. He was lead. Oh, actually,
the two kids
true.
were the lead.
Yeah, Ty Sheridan was really good in that movie.
He's a gun. He went into Joe as well. That's the role that got him Joe. So
Nicolas Cage was actually good in Joe. So, yeah. But McConaughey, Mud, just a real. There aren't any outburst moments. There aren't any big, Oscar baity moments. It's just a really good raw performance the whole way through.
But that's also something that makes it really good because he's always really calm.
Yeah,
he's always really subdued over everything, and you can really tell.
Yeah.
That he's trying to keep his temper.
Y'all don't need to be afraid of me. I got 2 ways to protect myself out here. This shirt and this pistol. And there are fierce powers at work in the world, boys. Good, evil, poor luck, best luck. As men, we gotta take advantage where we can. Y'all coming?
Yeah.
Yep, and number 2...
Number 2 is something that Jacob hasn't seen yet, which he should see.
You can feel this one.
And this is True Detective. True Detective is it's like American Horror Story. It has 1 season. It's a TV show. So we're kind of cheating, but it doesn't matter. It's a TV show. It has 8 episodes, all 1-hour episodes. And it's like American Horror Story because after the first season, it's going to go to the next season, which has Colin Farrell and the big guy from Dodgeball.
Big guy from Dodgeball.
The main guy in Dodgeball. I can't remember his name. Vince Vaughn.
Really?
Vince Vaughn, and they're going to be in season 2. But anyway, that's going to be a completely different story, just like American Horror Story. But the first one is going to be hard to beat. Woody Harrelson, Matthew McConaughey. Matthew McConaughey knocked it out of the park. I mean, if people were actually thinking that Matthew McConaughey was going to beat...
if it wasn't for Breaking Bad, he would have won an Emmy for that.
Everyone actually thought that Bryan Cranston was going to lose. And I honestly, I think if it wasn't Breaking Bad's last season, Matthew McConaughey could have taken it from him. honestly, because
Can't beat Heisenberg though.
no, I don't know. You have to watch his performance. He plays like he shifts through the movie. First out, he subs as a subject.
Not a movie, Jaron.
He shifts. Well, it feels like a movie. That's how good it is. It feels like an 8-hour.
Yeah, I've heard a
movie.
lot of people say that.
He shifts through the start. He's really subdued and stuff, and then at the end, he gets really crazy and he becomes like gets starting addicted back to all his drugs and stuff. And he had to grow out his hair. He had to get really skinny and stuff. And it's just great. You should watch it. I recommend it to anyone. But it gets pretty brutal.
Does it?
Yeah,
Well, that's
really,
good.
really brutal.
Anyway, anything else to say?
No.
Shall we continue to nom?
My question is,
How could it be him? If we already caught him in 95. How indeed, detectives?
I figured you'd be the one to know.
And start asking the right fucking questions.
Number one is
Alright.
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Oh, don't worry about him, guys. It's actually Ghost of a Girlfriend's Past.
Magic Mike. No, Magic Mike's actually good. I'm kind of being mean there.
A Time to Kill. A Time to Kill.
What is A Time to Kill?
A Time to Kill.
Never heard of it.
Number one.
Okay.
Oh, it's easy.
No, a real number one.
Alright.
Dallas Buyers Club, of course, the one that he won the Oscar for. Pretty much
Ain't
the
nothing
crescendo of the
around
reconnaissance.
30 days.
That's winning the Oscar for that is sort of like the pinnacle of his career
It's
comeback.
the cherry on the
and
cake. It is.
He's no longer a surprise, suddenly
It's-
good actor. He's now that's Matthew McConaughey. He's a good actor.
When you see a movie that you're looking forward to and you see Matthew McConaughey, you no longer go, oh, I wonder if he's going to be good in that, or I hope Matthew McConaughey's going to fit that role. You just see
now
it
it's
and
I
go,
wonder if he's gonna win an Oscar for that.
it's
He lost a lot of weight for the role. He plays fucking one.
Ron Woodruff. Ron Woodruff,
His
there's a
name's
story
hard.
behind that. Ron Woodruff, he plays a story in that, and he got so skinny. Basically, the whole movie's him plowing chicks at the rodeo.
He's an AIDS sufferer and
But he's not a homosexual, and he's actually against the homosexuals. But because he has AIDS, so he can't, and he doesn't earn any money or anything, he has to make his own buyers club. Which, if you don't know what buyers club is, like,
Hello, dog.
it's because you can't sell the cure to AIDS to people, or things that suppress AIDS to people. So
because the fucking government,
yeah,
FDA or
so
something.
he sells memberships and gives them out for free because it's a loophole, and that's why that's how buyers clubs are made. So he starts his own buyers club, and he works with Jared Leto, and he
Oscar winner.
also won the Oscar winner for that movie.
It's Leto, Jaron, not
It's
Leto.
Jared Leto, and Jared Leto actually won the Oscar for the same movie. And he had to work with the gays, even though he despises
With
them.
the gays,
And
the gosh darn gays.
but at the end of the movie, wouldn't you know, it's a hoot and a half. He ends up getting friends with the gays.
And the transvestites and everyone, but great performance. He has a lot of awesome outburst moments.
There
Where,
you
ain't
go.
nothing in 30 days gonna kill Ron Woodruff.
There ain't nothing in this world can't kill one Woodruff in 30
One.
days. One Woodruff
One
in
Woodruff.
30 days.
Anyway, I can't really think of anything else to say, but
I gotta sue the hospital to get my medicine?
Mr. Woodruff, I assure you that would be a waste of your precious time. There is a support group that meets daily in Dradi Auditorium. I suggest you try it out. Maybe go talk about your feelings, your concerns.
I'm dying. You telling me to go get a hug from a bunch of faggots? Good day.
we just thought we'd make this video out of boredom and fun for something to upload because, we've been really impressed with McConaughey lately and we really enjoyed Interstellar, so,
He's a gun.
yeah, that's basically it.
He'd be up there for some of the best actors of all time, right about
If
now.
you're into all this movie shit, which I know only like 20% of you are, go and subscribe to
20% of you are
local
interested,
Cinefile.
and
It's probably more than your whole fan base.
yeah, probably actually.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Well, 2,700 subscribers, 300 views per video. It's pretty good.
Yeah, most people don't like all my videos are movie shit now,
But he puts up a rant and he gets like 10,000 views.
no, I don't. I'm not that good. Anyway, that's about it. Thank you for watching. See you fuckers later.
Who's my hero? My hero is me in 10 years. And I'd also like to thank God, because without God giving me this talent, I would not be here right now.
Such a bad Oscar speech.
It's terrible, really.
Who was your favourite Oscar speech from that show?
Oh, definitely,
The Peter Nyong'o's was good.
yeah, I was gonna
The
say.
Frozen people.
Yeah, they were good. But
Happy
Lupita
Oscars to
Nyong'o's,
you. Now let's do Frozen 2.
Lupita Nyong'o's was the best, definitely.
I also like Jared Leto's. A lot of people didn't, but fuck, it's Leto, not Leto.
What is Jared
I
Leto's speech
betrayed
again?
myself. He dedicated it to like AIDS victims and shit and
What
stuff.
a lad. A lad and a half.
A lad and a half.
A lad and a half.
He needs to act more.